All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Super here, and welcome to another Mortal Kombat 1 video. So this one is going to be, as you guys see it in the title, talking about Kombat Pack number 2. Now you're saying, Super, what are you talking about? We're still in Kombat Pack 1. We haven't even gotten Chameleon yet, who is going to be released on January 16th, if I'm not mistaken. I will be live streaming playing her. She is, in my opinion, going to be the most difficult cameo to use so far, but hear me out for a second. And I know that most of you guys already know about this because everyone and their mother has been talking about this quote-unquote, not really leak. It's more a data mining, if you consider it. But this is all speculation because there's been things that have been data mined in previous NRS games that never actually happened. So I thought, why not? Because I've been getting asked, Super, what are your opinions on this character, this character, this character who might be returning in Mortal Kombat 1. So I wanted to make this video talking about that. Leave a like on the video as I get my ass absolutely packed in by this really good Kano player. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of miss MKX. I'm not gonna go back to it right now because I love Mortal Kombat 1, but you can't beat MKX, man. This game is just something else. But let's get to it, guys. Let's get to it. Enough talking for me. So if you don't want to get spoiled, just in case these end up coming true, make sure you log off the video, come back tomorrow for a brand new Super video. But if you are interested in knowing who might potentially make it in a Kombat Pack 2 and beyond, keep on watching. So, all right, let's get, I'll mention a few names. Number one, the character that I'm using here, right? So Kung Jin has been seen, by the way, I want to give credit to the actual data miner, which is the Thinny. Prominent data miner, has been doing it for a while. Came out in Mortal Kombat 11, with some data mining, and it ended up coming true. So let's see how accurate these are going to be. So I want to give credit to him for actually being the provider of this information. So number one, Kung Jin. What I think of Kung Jin potentially making it onto MK1. I think Kung Jin is an absolute perfect character for MK1 if they go with something like Ancestor Kung Jin. Ancestor Kung Jin, I think, has so much potential to be elevated from what it was in MKX, which I think was amazing. I think if they focus on his bow and arrow, kind of like Green Arrow, which was a big inspiration from the original Injustice game to Kung Jin's gameplay, I think Kung Jin is like a perfect character because you're going to have so much creativity to open the game up with Kung Jin's tool sets if they focus on his bow and arrow. So I think Kung Jin would be a great fit. That's one of the characters that has been data mined to potentially make it into Kombat Pack 2 or future DLC. I just put Kombat Pack 2 because that's naturally the next series of DLC characters. But Ed Boon also confirmed that there's going to be a story mode DLC. So from the data mining, it seems like there's going to be story mode DLC characters that come along as well. Like we had in Aftermath, if you guys remember. We had Aftermath, and that wasn't technically Kombat Pack 2. That was Aftermath DLC. So that's what we're going to get here, and I'll talk about those characters in a bit. So the next character, another Combat Kid returning, Cassie Cage, ladies and gentlemen. Cassie motherfucking Cage, one of my Mortal Kombat babies. Oh, I love Cassie so much. It made me so sad that, in my humble opinion, Cassie was really boring to play in MK11, as were, some other characters compared to the MKX selves. But in MKX, Cassie almost surpassed Kitana as my favorite female character because she was so much fun. Not only her gameplay, but her personality. I felt that she was just a great representation of Johnny Cage and Sonya's kid, pretty much. That's she's perfect. So Oh, I cannot wait if Cassie actually comes back. She was one of my requested DLC characters or requested characters in the game. Spoiler alert, there's not going to be any Aaron Black. Makes me sad. But Cassie Cage, Kung Jin, no Jackie Briggs, which is surprising. Every other combat kid might be in the game, but Jackie Briggs will not be. I guess because she made it onto MK11. And, you know, Cassie's a really popular character, so they have to bring her in if they're going to bring in combat kids. And then you have Takeda, which is a fan favorite that's returning. Kombat Pack 1. Kung Jin. I don't know if he's a fan favorite, but he's a combat kid returning in future DLC, Kombat Pack 2. And then the last one, obviously, probably the most requested Mortal Kombat character at the moment, which is Jade. So for all you Jade fans, rejoice at the fact that Jade will be coming in the future. Who knows when these characters are actually going to come out, because, you know, MK1 is going to be supported for many years to come. And we have the first half of this year is going to be taken up by Kombat Pack 1 characters. And I'm sure that once the final character is out, which I think is Takeda, they're going to give a little bit of a break without any new content. And then they're going to probably go into the story mode DLC with the Havoc, Titan Havoc. And then they're going to go into Kombat Pack 2 later on, which I'm just so excited that we're going to have much support on MK1, because I feel like MK1 is just such a fun game, has so much potential. So I can't wait till the game actually realizes that potential. So yeah, Jade fans, you're going to get Jade at some point. Who knows when she's coming, but she's coming. All right, so now let's talk about these three characters, which have me incredibly excited. Number one, I'm just going to name them off. This is going to be like, this is the closer right here. This is the fat lady singing. Cyrax, Sector, and Noob Saibot. Are you kidding me? Does it get better than those three names as main roster characters coming into Mortal Kombat via DLC? Does it get better than that? So it seems like these are, I'm pretty sure based on the data mining, it seems like these characters might be the characters in like the story mode DLC pack, like the Aftermath pack, where we had, I forgot what characters. I know it was Sindel, and I think Nightwolf, and Shiva, I believe, were the Aftermath characters. So that's where Cyrax, Sector, and Noob Saibot seem to fall in as DLC characters in the future via like a story mode DLC, probably the Titan Havoc DLC. But yeah, come on. It doesn't get better than that, right? Cyrax, Sector, and Noob Saibot. I don't even need to say anything else. You guys know how I feel about those characters. Sector's literally my second favorite Mortal Kombat character of all time, right next to, or like right behind Ermac. Red Ninja of hype, Red Robot of hype. And everyone loves Noob Saibot. So all these characters so far, Jade, Cassie, Kung Jin, Cyrax, Sector, and Noob Saibot. All those characters are amazing. I'm happy that all those characters are going to be able to become main roster characters once they're included via DLC. All these characters have the potential to have amazing gameplay as long as, you know, NetherRealm mismatches or matches, you know, a lot of what they had in previous games and just combines them. I think they have the potential, except Jade. I think Jade should just be completely redone. I think they should just take Jade and make her incredibly fun. She's never really been a combo heavy character, right? But of course, MK1 is a combo heavy game. So just rework her entire tool set. Give her staff, obviously. You know, it's iconic, right? Give her staff, her pole. But just go crazy with her because I feel she deserves it. She was the most boring character that I've ever played in a Mortal Kombat game in Mortal Kombat 11. And she looked beautiful, gorgeous, one of the best looking characters. But her gameplay was probably the most boring I've ever played. Even more boring than Aquaman from Injustice, if you could believe it. Just try and rush. I'd rather do that than play Jade in MK11. So I feel Jade deserves to just get completely reworked, have crazy-ass gameplay. I can't wait. So all the main roster characters or Mortal Kombat characters seem like they're going to be really like perfect choices. Now let's talk about the 3 DLC, guest DLC characters. All right, I'm gonna name them off. We have Ghostface. We have the T1000, ladies and gentlemen. We have the T800, Arnold, in Mortal Kombat 11. He was really, really fun, by the way. Now we got the T1000 in Mortal Kombat 1. That's going to be crazy. It's going to be nuts with the potential of that character and his ability to shapeshift, make weapons from his hands, and just, you know, he's going to be crazy. And then we have this final one, which I'm kind of confused about. Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian. Either that or He-Man. I've seen different things. But Conan the Barbarian. The only thing that I could think of is maybe Arnold for MK11. He signed like a 2-game deal where you could use 2 of his characters. All right, you use the T800, and then you have the next game. You have to use Conan the Barbarian. I have no idea. I have no idea why Conan the Barbarian would be in Mortal Kombat. I mean, it would make sense. Like, I think he would fit in, but there's just so many other guest DLC choices that they could go with. You know, Art the Clown, maybe. He's really popular at the moment. Gonna have a Christmas movie coming up next year, or I guess this year. You have Pinhead. You know, there's so many characters. But, you know, NetherRealm is going to choose whatever character fits the game, and, you know, they have a chance to promote it. So there might be a Conan movie, Conan the Barbarian movie or something. It also says that it might just be a Conan the Barbarian lookalike, right? So it might not be Conan the Barbarian. It might be a Conan the Barbarian lookalike, and it might be a different character. So I don't know. Who knows? But those are the characters that are going to be guest DLC characters if the data mining ends up being 100% correct. But, you know, Ash Williams was supposed to be in Mortal Kombat 11. He wasn't. Then again, there was a lot of data mining about Spawn being in Mortal Kombat 11. He ended up being in the game. So you never know, right? But I've been getting asked about these characters and my thoughts on them so much that I figured let's just make a video. Because, first of all, I've been really sick. I have not been wanting to play MK1 online just because I've been really sick. My voice sounds like crap. So I figure, you know what better time than to make a video about it right now when I can't really strain my voice too much playing online. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be a lot of things coming in 2024 for MK1. And I'll probably make a video covering them a little bit later. Obviously, we know that the crossplay is going to be coming in February. I can't wait for that. It's going to be great having, you know, even more options to play versus people online. There's going to be online lobbies. There's going to be a bunch of other stuff. So 2024, I'm hoping, is an amazing year for Mortal Kombat 1 because they got off to a slow start. But just because you got off to a slow start doesn't mean you can't finish strong, right? So I'm looking forward to all these changes. All these DLC characters look really good. Conan the Barbarian is the only one that I'm like, what? But other than that, every other character looks really cool. So that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. I love you all, and I'll see you guys next time.